और 119 कंट्रीज आर वर्किंग ऑन देयर ओन वर्जन ऑफ सीबीडीसी, जिसमें से इंडिया ने रिसेंटली अपनी सीबीडीसी की पायलट टेस्टिंग भी चालू कर दी। पर सीबीडीसी है क्या? जैसे नॉर्मली आप कैश को यूज करते हैं, वैसी सीबीडीसी डिजिटल कैश। जैसे आप कैश को अपने वॉलेट में रखते हैं, वैसी सीबीडीसी को आप अपने मोबाइल वॉलेट में रख पाएंगे। बट एक मेजर डिफरेंस है, कैश को प्रोग्राम नहीं किया जा सकता और उसको कंट्रोल नहीं किया जा सकता। वहीं पर सीबीडीसी डिजिटल कैश उसको प्रोग्राम किया जा सकता है और सेंट्रल बैंक्स के पास टोटल कंट्रोल है, व्हिच इज गुड बट कम्स एट अ प्राइस। फॉर एग्जांपल सीबीडीसी के ऊपर एक्सपायरेशन डेट ऐड करी जा सकती है कि आप सर्टेन पीरियड ऑफ टाइम से पहले अपनी सीबीडीसी को स्पेंड करिए, नहीं तो वो एक्सपायर हो जाएगी। जैसा हमको चाइना के अंदर देखने को मिला कि सीबीडीसी एक्सपायरेशन डेट के साथ आती है और उसका रीजन उन्होंने दिया टू स्टिमुलेट द इकोनॉमी। सीबीडीसी enables more surveillance. That means आप जो भी अमाउंट स्पेंड करेंगे वो सब कुछ यहाँ पर ट्रैक हो पाएगा। इन अ वे नो प्राइवेसी। प्लस सीबीडीसी कैन बी प्रोग्राम्ड इन अ वे जहाँ पर अगर आप गवर्नमेंट के अगेंस्ट में प्रोटेस्ट करते हो, फॉर एग्जांपल अपोजिट पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के साथ पार्टिसिपेट करते हो प्रोटेस्ट के अंदर, तो आपके वॉलेट जो है वो फ्रीज हो सकते हैं या फिर सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ फाइन आपके वॉलेट में से ऑटो डिडक्ट हो सकता है। और लार्ज कॉर्पोरेशन भी गवर्नमेंट और सेंट्रल बैंक को प्रेशराइज कर सकते हैं टू इन्फ्लुएंस सीबीडीसी कि सीबीडीसी उनके प्रोडक्ट्स पे ज्यादा स्पेंड हो एंड कुछ पर्टिकुलर राइवल ब्रांड्स के ऊपर शायद स्पेंड नहीं हो या उसको रोका जाए। एंड आने वाले टाइम पे देयर इज अ हाई पॉसिबिलिटी कि हम कैश से कंप्लीट सीबीडीसी के ऊपर मूव कर जाएंगे। जैसे नाइजीरिया के अंदर सिटीजंस को फोर्स किया जा रहा है सीबीडीसी को यूज करने के लिए एटीएम विड्रॉल के ऊपर लिमिट लगा के $45 की। तो सीबीडीसी डेफिनेटली हैज एडवांटेजेस बट कुछ डिसएडवांटेजेस भी हैं दैट यू शुड नो। बट व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दिस? लेट अस नो इन द कमेंट्स।
All those conspiracy theorists had talked about a central bank digital currency or CBDC. Well, for all of you out there, do a simple Google search for Project Hamilton. Scroll down and you'll find an article on the bostonfed.org. And what you'll see here is that Project Hamilton is a multi-year exploratory research collaboration between the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology's Digital Currency Initiative, or MIT DCI, to investigate the technical feasibility of a general-purpose CBDC that could be used by an economy the size of the United States. But here's the kicker. According to the Fed's report, a core processing engine for a hypothetical general-purpose CBDC was created that produced one code base capable of handling, are you ready for this, 1.7 million transactions per second, with the average transaction taking less than 2 seconds to settle. So remember when all those conspiracy theories
right from grocery shopping to sending money to your family, everything can be done online. The key enabler of digital money is technology, especially in India, where UPI is used by everyone for everything. Keeping with the theme, the RBI has another spanner in the works in the form of the digital rupee. But how is it even different from UPI or even cryptocurrency? Let's see. Now let's answer the question, what is CBDC digital rupee? As interesting as it may sound, a central bank digital rupee is just like UPI but much simpler, more sophisticated and techy. How? When you transfer money to someone via UPI, you have to send it through the bank and it's a bank transaction. But in the case of e-rupee, that RBI will pay whoever is the bearer of a note a sum of rupees XX. It is a legal tender that can be used to pay for any transaction in India. Each currency note is essentially a claim on the RBI. Central bank digital currency stays the same, but in a digital form. Similarly, RBI ensures that the CBDC digital rupee stores a similar value and is backed by the RBI as well. In simple terms, it's a rupee note, but in a digital format. So, why would RBI launch CBDC as much of the complexity has already been taken care of by UPI? So, why is RBI thinking of launching the digital rupee? CBDC digital rupee has multiple use cases, and there are multiple reasons why CBDC can be helpful for the Indian economy. Number one, programmable payments or DBT. Programmable money is without a doubt one of the biggest buzzwords in the blockchain world. Despite the fact that everyone seems to talk about it, we lack a clear definition and hence a common understanding of it. The term programmable payments means payments that are automatically executed once certain conditions are met. These payments are automated and follow predetermined logic. Programmable payments already exist in today's banking system. For example, in the form of standing orders and direct debits. But now this can be used in different daily life scenarios like subsidies for sectors like agriculture, where subsidies for fertilizer could be transferred via the CBDC route. This CBDC could only be accepted at authorized fertilizer outlets, ensuring there is minimal leakage in the subsidy program. Moreover, programmable payments can also be used in the industrial supply chain ecosystem by organizations for employees' expenditure and more. Number 2. Cross-border transactions. CBDs could be used for faster cross-border remittance payments. With major economies of the world, India could create the necessary infrastructure and arrangements for CBDC transfer and conversion. Let's understand this with a recent example. The sanctions imposed on Russia after the invasion of Ukraine were multiple. Russian participants were removed from SWIFT, the dollar payment network, etc. The purchase of Russian debt was also restricted, which cuts Russia off from the financial markets. Under these sanctions, the USA, UK and EU froze half of these reserves. A significant chunk of our own reserves in dollars and gold are held overseas. Such cases create uncomfortable situation where if India does something that the West doesn't like, the financial system may collapse. In this case, CBDC remittances could happen in real time, rapidly reducing the time required for the payment to be received by the intended receiver. Apart from transacting with the economy, CBDC can also be used for retail payments. A CBDC could also offer offline payments as part of its universal access attributes. Retail CBDC distributed by the RBI and commercial banks would have to be held in electronic wallets or accounts by their end users. This would enable payment means between the following. A. B2B. Here, businesses can exchange CBDC between their corporate account digital wallets. B. C2C. Consumers can exchange CBDC between their digital wallets. C. C2B. Consumers can use CBDC to pay for products and services. Does this concept sound similar to cryptocurrencies? Or should I say cryptocurrency? If yes, what's the difference and why not just use cryptocurrency? Why can't call it cryptocurrency as it does not come with any underlying claim to any asset? Its value is based entirely on public perception or speculation. Unlike cryptocurrencies where Elon Musk can take your coin to the moon and back to Earth, the value of CBDC remains stable. Other cons that crypto has are illegal transactions and multiple instances of fraud. But a currency with the backing of a central bank like RBI is much safer. E-rupee can also be exchanged for rupee. Found this insightful? Keep on following us.
Shalom. Give all praise, Yahweh Shem Yeshua Bashem Rakakadosh, the wonders to the elders and the apostles, men in truth on down. Regarding this truth and knowledge, Tawadi Abashimia for putting the spirit of the elders and apostles and men in truth on down regardless. Truth and knowledge, we can know this truth and knowledge. Call holy Yabashimia Shabashura Kakadash, give all praise, Yabashimia Shabashura Kakadash. A couple videos relating to CBDC, central bank and digital currency. One of them was talking about Project Hamilton. Project Hamilton produces evidence-based policy proposals, analysis to promote a broad-based economical growth. Another name, the Hamilton Project. When did the Project Hamilton start? Project Hamilton started in April 2006 as economical policy initiative at the Brookings Institute by unique combination of leading academic business people and public policy makers who wanted to develop a serious systematic strategy to address the challenges that our economy faces, man. This one he was talking about relating to MIT, relating to Boston. The joint research effort between the Federal Research of Boston and Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which is MIT, and technology feasibility of potential central bank digital currencies is now complete. Boston Fed work on CBDC, central bank and digital currency, with MIT Digital Currency Initiative is known as Project Hamilton. So that's the collaboration with MIT Technical Technology Institute with the Federal Reserve to create this Project Hamilton, man. Pretty much initiative, analyzation, and potential prospects of relating to future economical growth, or development and further what's the word I want? Enhancement of new economical enhancement of a new economical growth. Basically a transition, man, to advancement relating to broaden relating to the economy or technology, man. A transitional change, man, from what you see today, man. And that's what that is, man. Let me see. That Hamilton, that started April 2006, so that was so that was 17 years ago. Who funds the Hamilton Project? Robert Rubin. Washington Post reported on the restart of the Hamilton Project as a policy-oriented research project that is financed in a large part of Robert Rubin. Mr. Rubin made $110 million in his decade at the top Citigroup executive. So high financial bigwigs, man. And basically, Hamilton is, the transitional change relating to our economical aspect, man. Because new advancement relating to this, to economy, man. And basically, they're going to transition from what you see now to something newer, man. That's all that is. So they say words like proposal, analyzing, promoting a broader base economical growth, man. So they already have it pretty much where what they want to do. All they got to do is put the green light to officially make it happen, man. relates to Project Hamilton, a little information on that. Let's get a few scriptures. Let's get Sirach 5 and 15. I'm gonna get it from the Contemporary English Bible, which is CEB 5 and 15. But I'm gonna start at we'll start at a few verses before. Don't get a reputation for being a slanderer, and don't set traps for people with your speech, man. The ones in power, that speech goes to the deception, that tongue, man. You know what I mean? So they setting traps using slick talking, using a certain simple or complex verbiage, you know, to say certain things to make it beneficial, you know, but really it may not be, man. So that's that tongue, the deception, man. Let me see. Read it again. Don't get a reputation for being a slanderer, and don't set traps for people with your speech, because shame comes to the thief, and terrible blame comes upon the deceitful, man. So that's the backfall. You know what I mean? So the things they set up for ultimately for certain people, they're going to get caught in it, man. And that's what that is. Number 15. Don't be ignorant in matters large or small. So don't be ignorant relating to small or large matters. In this case, don't be ignorant relating to this, man. What it could be, what it potentially can be, and how is it going to affect, you know, on a more grander scale, man. That was the CEB. That chapter relates to pretty much practical precepts, man. Practical knowledge. That's Sirach, 5th chapter. CEB, which is the Common English Bible. Let's go to let's continue on. 2 Corinthians 2, and I'm going to read ESV, which is the English Standard Version, 2:11. We got different translations here. Good. In order that Satan might not outwit us, for we are not unaware of his schemes. His schemes goes to his devices, his stratagems, ploys, plots. His plots, his schemes, his pretty much his endeavors to do, man. Unless Satan should get advantage of us, we are not ignorant of his devices, man. So we're not ignorant of his devices, man. Living Translation. So that Satan will not outsmart us. For we are familiar with his evil schemes. And familiar means being aware, man. Unless Satan should take advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Now I'll just reading a few. I did this so that Satan would not win anything from us, because we know very well what Satan's plans are, man. So they're very well aware of what Satan's plans are. Scripture talks about if it would be possible, they deceive even the elect, but it won't be possible, man. That's the scripture relating to that, because they're aware, man. They're familiar, and they're aware of what's going on, man. I'm gonna get that word device too. Let me see. This is a few relating to different variations, different versions. Let me see. In order that we may not be exploited by Satan, for we are not ignorant of his schemes. His schemes, his devices. Schemes is the things he wants to do, man. He desires to do. His agenda, man. So that's part of the ploy, the strategies, and schemes, man. Part of the agenda, what he has planned, man. When the Satan, we talk about the carnal counterpart, which is in the position of power on earth, man. Job 9:24, the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked, man. Let's get that word devices. Definition. A thing made or adapted for a particular purpose, so it's set and designed for a particular specific purpose, man. Especially a piece of mechanical or electronical equipment. A plan or method or trick with a particular aim. So this plan, this aim, this trick is designed for a specific purpose, man. That goes to that particular aim, man. It's designed to be fulfill a certain purpose, man. Ploy, plan, tactic, move, mean, stratagem, scheme, plot, trick, ruse, gambit, maneuver, machination, intrigue, contrivance, expedient, dodge, artifice, subterfuge, man. Let's get that word subterfuge. Here we go. Here we go. Subterfuge.
Subterfuge.
Deceit used in order to achieve one's goal. So deception is the main tool that's going to be implemented to try to fulfill this particular goal, man. That's the main tool, instrument, and weapon, man. Game, while, wheeze, and shift, man. All right, that's just a few examples relating to that word device. Let me see. Jeremiah 30:7. I'm going to get different variations. Let me see. The ESV, which is the English Standard Version. Of course, we got different other ones as well. How awful that day will be. No other will be like it. Let's talk about Jacob's trouble. It will be a time of trouble for Jacob. That's why it's called Jacob's trouble, because it's trouble for Jacob. But it's really trouble for everyone, man. But he will be saved out of it. That was NIV, International Version. Let me see. We got NLT right here. Just doing different variations. In all history, there has never been such a time of terror. That's the NLT, which is the New Living Translation. So this is something that nobody never experienced. That's what that's going to. And it will be a time of trouble for my people Israel. Yet, in the end, they will be saved. So the scripture goes, alas a day, and none is like it, even the time of Jacob's trouble, but ye shall be saved out of it. Paraphrasing. So it's going to be a bad day, man. A very terrible day. You know, a day that's no one never experienced, man. You know, so, but ye shall be saved out of it, as the scripture says, man. want to get the Lexham English Bible, which is the LEB. The Lexham English. Alas, for that day is great. There is none like it. It is a time of distress. And that distress goes to trouble, and anguish, pain, and different things, man. Anxiety, all these things combined, man. In a time of distress, simply trouble. For Jacob, yet from it he will be delivered. So that's just a few variations, relating to that. Revelations 3. I want to get to GNT, bro. and 10. Because you have kept my commandments to endure. Endure goes to endura. That goes to suffer patiently. Suffer patiently, man. And I will also keep you safe from the time of trouble. And that time of trouble is the hour of temptation, man. Which is coming upon the world to test. Test goes to try goes to test. All the people on the earth, man. So all the people on the earth are going to be tried by relating to the hour of temptation, man. Specifically relating to Revelations 13, 16 on down, man. That's the greater. That will be the greater of the hour of temptations that is going to try people, man. It's going to try the inhabitants of the earth, man. Relating to either doing specifically something or not doing specifically something, and the consequences of doing it. If you do it, Revelations 14, 9, and 11, the consequences. And if you don't do it, the consequences either way. It'll be consequences either way. Pretty much the greater of the two evils, man. You know what I mean? But relating to if you do comply, it would be a worse evil upon those who did those things, man. Especially relating to the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yashah. You know what I mean? I'm going to go to, let me go to the scripture real quick. Matthew 10 and 28. Fear not them which can kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. So relating to that, if you don't do it, for example, your body be killed and he'll do different things. Different things relating to physically, but he can't kill the soul, man. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both the soul and body in hell, man. So the ones in power carnally relating to this, because it's going to come a time relating to Revelations 13, 16. So he only can kill the body, man. But the soul and the body, Yahweh Shem Yashah deals with, man. He deals with both. So, his way of, in the matter of speaking, taking you out is just on a carnal level, man. But the Lord can take you out beyond that, man. Going back to that scripture talking about 3 and 10 again. Let me see. I'll read it again. Shalak. Because you have kept my commandments to endure, I will keep you safe from the time of trouble, which is coming upon the world to test all the people on earth. That's what that time is. That's the hour of temptation, man. Let me look up something. Hour of temptation. We'll get a definition. And basically, have it here. Our temptation simply means make a decision to receive a specific in order to survive and to care for our families, or not by doing so, man. So it's making a choice, man. And everybody that's on the earth is going to have to make that choice, man. In the days that in that time to come, man. Either to yes do it or no do it. And there'll be consequences either way. If you do it, it'll definitely be a consequence. If you don't do it, it'll be a consequence. If you do it, that's a judgment relating to Revelations 14:9 and 11. And if you don't do it, you're going to have to go through certain things, but that would be the better choice, man. Like I said, Matthew 10:28, man. Fear not the one who can kill the body, but fear the one who can kill both the body and soul in hell, man. So, and this was something short relating to, CBDC, central banking, a few videos relating to that. I hope this helps in some way. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yoshua Bashem Rakakada Zayah Wolf Shalom.